saying like, I never imagined I could even walk again. I didn't want to go through surgery and I thought I have to live with this pain in my life. When they felt so happy, that satisfaction, we thought like, yes, it gave us that, that moment we are at the right space and we want to do this.
What sparked your interest in entrepreneurship?
I would say it isn't easy, but at the same time, it isn't difficult either. Start something on your own, your whole time goes in there. I go through something called this mom guilt. I'm not sure whether men go through this guilt or not.
Actually, men do too.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Rashmi Conversations. Sumitha, I want to talk now about your journey as an entrepreneur and being a pioneer in building a non-surgical platform. In a space which is dominated by traditional and old methods of surgery. Tell me, how did your evolution to becoming an entrepreneur? Please take me through your journey.
I would still call myself a beginner in this journey. I wouldn't call myself a pioneer. There's still lots to, reach there. But yes, this, I never thought I would do something on my own because half of my career I've been in corporate. I started my career as a flying cabin crew, and from there I moved into operations. I used to manage the cabin crew operations of South, and from there I moved to healthcare. It's almost 15 years plus in healthcare industry. I used to be a healthcare operator. I used to manage the healthcare operations. From there is where I moved along with another partner, Ramesh, who is also a founder of this platform, and I co-founded along with him this. So when we moved out of corporate life, we both had a very common interest in this aggregation space. I think I've mentioned about this earlier too. So since we had this common interest, we said, what can we do in this together? We started out with consulting since we have the experience of healthcare operations and management. We said, why not help these standalone hospitals, doctor promoter hospitals with our management experience. So that's how we started, and we still do that. And that's the money which, we burn in this our passion platform which we have built. So while we were doing this, since we wanted to do in this aggregation space, we started with the hospital discovery platform and got into this niche of interventional radiology. Being with the doctors, somewhere this department and the doctors, the procedures, what they spoke about, fascinated a lot. Because we knew the awareness was very less and the hospitals are not going to promote these doctors. So why don't we do that? And when we started doing this, we started with a team of, say, just about 4 to 6, including us. It was a very small team. Today also we are a small team, but a small team of at least about 25 of us. We grew from 6 to 25 in a span of a year, actually. But for us, it's like, a rapid growth, which we did. We started very small. We started with just 1 or 2 procedures. In fact, our first procedure, I still remember we did it in Feb 2024 of this non-surgical, which was a geniculate artery embolization. And then the next was after a month was a prostate artery embolization, where we used to do only 1 procedure a month because creating awareness among the people. And we used to have a lot of patients, coming in for consultation, but for them, they used to find it very new. So it took a lot of time, these many months for us to start creating that kind of awareness thanks to digital marketing, digital media. All these social media platforms, we are able to create a lot of awareness that these procedures exist, there are options available. So when we started to create these kind of awareness, we did definitely see a lot of inquiries coming in from the patient to know about the surgeries. And the testimonials, the patient feedbacks post-surgery is what gave us also the hope. Yes, this is something doable, and yes, we want to be in this space. Because when the patient came back, there was one lady where we did a procedure, a geniculate artery embolization for her knee, managing her knee pain. They were next day like, they were walking, the son and the mother called us and they thanked us so profusely. They were literally tears in our eyes, saying like, I never imagined I could even walk again. I didn't want to go through surgery and I thought I have to live with this pain in my life. And, when they felt so happy, that satisfaction, we thought like, yes, it gave us that, that moment we are at the right space and we want to do this. And then more and more procedures, then more and more feedbacks from the patients and from the doctors saying like, we can do more, on this. We need to create more awareness. There are a lot of radiologists, interventional radiologists who are teamed up with us today. And they also give us a lot of feedback. It's their feedback, their support is what, we are able to make this today where we are. Being in this journey, wasn't easy. Managing home, managing work.
What sparked your interest in entrepreneurship?
I would say it isn't easy, but at the same time, it isn't difficult either. It's 24/7. It takes more time than your corporate life. That's a fact. Because there's no Saturday, Sundays over here. It's your business. You need to be there, micromanaging, at least in the beginning. Because when you start something on your own, your whole time goes in there. But the spark is when, like, when it starts growing, when it starts getting a life, and it starts having hands and legs. Now we think that we are in a position, this life has, got its hands and legs and it's evolved. So when we see that, we feel it's worth it. Whatever hardships and whatever challenges which we have gone through, we feel, yes, everything is worth it in this journey. The vision and the goal might be very far. And not necessarily that goal or vision what we have today. The moment we come closer to it, no, it doesn't stay the same. It changes. It grows much more bigger. And next we say, oh, this is not our vision. We need to go reach there. We reach there and then we feel, no, it's already changed. It's become much more bigger. So there's never an end to it. So it just keeps, growing and growing, and we also keep growing along with that. But it's the journey in which we go through this, is right. It's beautiful when you have a good team, you have a good working partner. This journey becomes beautiful. And I would say I've been lucky enough to have a supporting family.
I was just about to ask you, entrepreneurship is difficult. And being a woman and being an entrepreneur is more difficult. I would say exponentially more difficult. So what are your pillar of strengths? What is your go-to for, to clear your mind, uh, to get back to work and get back on the horse again and right?
Yes, I don't know about other people, but I go through something called this mom guilt. I'm sure many of them also
Yes,
go
it's
through
very common.
this, but I'm not sure whether men go through this guilt or not. But we as women go through this,
Actually, men do too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody, honestly, as I speak to a lot of colleagues who just want to go back home and spend time with their kids. Definitely, men do go through this.
Okay, so yeah, I go through this, guilt, and I have a daughter who's, going to turn 18 now, and because of my travel and I need to expand, so my travel keeps me most of the time away when there is a need. When I need to be with her, she just cleared her 12th. There's a lot of time which I wanted to spend with her, but I couldn't. But she understands the only way which I, manage this guilt is I come back and I share my journey with her. I talk to her. This is what I do. I share everything with her. So I feel like, so she's also a part of my journey in this, what we are creating today. So, that keeps me, going. And she says, it's okay, Mimi, you go. I'll manage. So that pushes me an extra so that I'm able to achieve more and more and become so successful that, tomorrow when she looks up at me, she also feels proud. So that is a passion from home which keeps me driving towards work. And in work, touch wood, it's been 6 years. We are two partners. We are successfully being together in this journey, together building this. And he's my mentor. He's not only just a working partner, a mentor, a true friend who has guided me and shown this path of, how a business actually works. The few lessons which I learned is when we start anything, we get so deeply involved into it that you feel like, I want to do everything. I want to fix everything. I have to, like, be immediately fixing these issues. If it's not me, nobody else will be able to do this. So he used to keep telling me, it's okay. You can't, be alone fixing everything. Might be it's like, when you do it on your own, it will be 100%. But when you step away, if you leave it to your team, it might reduce by 10-20%, but it gives you a lot more mental peace and a bandwidth. And he used to, the best lesson, what he taught me was, to pull me out from the day to day operations. Because I was so involved into day to day operations, I somehow, not, I would say, I miss seeing the bigger picture. So he actually pulled me out and said, Sumitha, you need to sometimes see whatever is happening from a 30,000 feet level so that you know what's happening. You see those challenges, those tasks, whatever, you were doing day to day from a 30,000 feet level, you'll be able to understand this better and you'll be able to solve this better. And this helps you to also, decide what would be your next move, how to make this bigger. And when you look at it that perspective, you will also see from where to where you have grown. Otherwise, you will never know. You will just think, okay, tomorrow I have to do this. Tomorrow I have to, get on to these meetings. These are the things which I have to fix. No. When you look away from all these things, you will realize from where we started and where we have grown till now and where next it needs to be taken. So I guess that, actually changed my perspective on how to look at these business and work towards it.
That's so true. I meet so many entrepreneurs, I go to a lot of events. And I always see that the people who are the most unable to let go of the smaller works within their ecosystem while building something, they are the people who actually struggle the most. And I also observe that these are the people who are very close to opinions of other people. They, because they're constantly doing something and involved in everything, they feel they're right, which is actually a very big problem for them. Eventually, you do realize that you are wrong. Everybody does, because you have to do course correction, but you don't need to go through that. You really have to invest your energies in finding the right team rather than trying to do everything yourself. That's really true.
Yeah, we need to let go of, certain things for us to look at the bigger picture. That's why we have the team. We need to trust the team and let them do. Let them also make mistake, but train them and teach them so that they also evolve along with, your journey. So they also feel a part of what you do rather than you trying to, start fixing everything.
What is the biggest mistake you made as an entrepreneur?
Biggest mistake, not just one or two. I guess we've made a lot of mistakes in this journey. But one thing, what I can touch on my heart and say is whatever mistakes we did, the moment we get it corrected, we have never gone back on those mistakes and, told each other as a partner, like, oh, you did that mistake that time. We have never bought those mistakes back and pinpointed at each other. I guess it's very important in a partnership business. When you're all alone managing, it's different. But in a partnership and business, when you do certain mistakes, it's very important. Once you correct that, you don't bring it back. You keep moving forward. And whatever the lessons you have learned, you just put them and keep moving forward. So I guess that kind of an understanding made us very strong. And coming to mistakes, yes, as I said earlier, trying to fix everything. I wanted to be the HR manager, recruiting everybody. I want to be the finance person, signing off every check, seeing all bills, what is happening, right? Even from the housekeeping, I wouldn't mind be. I was like a person where I want to do everything because I used to feel like unless I do, it won't happen. So I guess that slowed down not only my team and me too. It didn't allow me to see a bigger picture of what's happening. I wasn't able to see what the team wants to do or what the team wants to say. So when I stepped away, the amount of changes what I felt and my team felt, I could actually feel it. So I guess that's the biggest lesson which I've learned, and I wouldn't want to repeat that again.
If you were to tell aspiring entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, two things that they should do while being on this path of entrepreneurship, what would that be?
Yeah, that's the first thing. I wouldn't know if it resonates with everyone. uh, we can't be perfect in everything, whatever we do. I used to feel that, like, whatever I do, whatever I write, even if it's a message, I need to be very perfect about it. What will people say if, that's the image which they, will create when I say something, when I write something. I came out of it and it actually felt very light. So I would definitely want to say I'm not that big grown as an entrepreneur that, I'm in a position or in a situation to advise others. But the little bit what I have learned is, like, whether we do it rightly or wrongly, people will still talk. People will still have an image about what we want to do, what we have to do. Ignore all that. You know what you want to do. You have a passion. Just follow that is what I would say. Right or wrong, we can decide it. Time will decide. But you just follow your heart, follow your passion, and do the things the way you want to do it. So I guess, this change in thought helped me, one. And second, if I have to say, it would be we think sometimes we as women, we are superstars, and sometimes it's okay to accept and tell ourselves that it's okay. Whatever we have done is good. We need to reward ourselves, which we forget to do sometimes. We are best at multitasking. Trust me, as women, we are the best at multitasking. Men are not good at multitasking. They can do only one job at a time. Not every man, can handle a lot of things at the same time. But I think we are born with that art of multitasking, whether it's home, we can manage a lot of things at the home. At the same time, we can manage work, and there are a lot of things at work also we can manage. So, which is the art which we have. So, I think we need to use the best of it and keep rewarding ourselves and tell ourselves that, yes, you are doing good. Take a step back and look at from where you have started and where you have come. Don't just keep, going along with the flow. Sometimes take a pause, take a step back, look at yourself from where you've, started and where you've come today, and keep patting yourself. It's needed. It's not necessary that, every time others have to pat you. You need to also pat yourself and, give that small reward to yourself to feel nice and, go further.
I completely agree. I think self appreciation and self gratification is a very essential part of growing, of evolving as a human being, not just as a professional or an entrepreneur, just as a human being. Smita, thank you so much, again for being here. And I hope this inspires a lot of women and entrepreneurs in general to start on their own and not be bogged down with the burden of perfection.
Yeah.
Just to start and let life take you through the journey of
Absolutely.
entrepreneurship.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank
It
you. Thank you
doesn't
for
have to be
being here.
perfect
Yeah.
always. It's just the start. Start first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Rashmi. Thanks a lot.